Whoa. Whew. Fading in. Ghost powers are super cool. Am I all here? Everything? Okay, good. Whew. That's good. Hey, Hart fans, welcome to the Butch Hartman channel. I am Butch Hartman. Of course, I got the job, Butch Hartman channel. I auditioned and my name is Butch Hartman and I got it. Pretty cool. Hey, don't forget to like and subscribe. Click the little notification bell. And also, if you guys want a commission, you want me to do you a drawing, click the link down below and I'll do a drawing just for you. Okay, Danny Phantom. A show I created for Nickelodeon back in the early 2000s. It first started airing in 2004, ran for 3 seasons. Ever since it went off the air, though, people are always asking me, can you bring back Danny Phantom? Can you bring it back? Can you bring it back? Would you please bring it back? I would love to bring it back. Maybe one day the good folks at Nickelodeon will let us bring it back as a show. But until then, we just have the Butch Hartman channel to talk about it right here. So I'm doing a segment on my show now called TOONA, where I talk to all kinds of people from the entertainment world, movies, TV, music, video games, YouTube. So today on the show, I've got 3 incredible voice actors that will be joining me. They are from the cast of Danny Phantom, the original cast from back in the day. That's right. I've got Gray DeLisle, who played Sam Manson, the amazing Gray DeLisle. I've got the incredible Colleen O'Shaughnessy, who played Jazz Fenton, Danny's sister. And I've got the man himself, the man who played Danny Phantom, Mr. David Kaufman. Let's go to that interview right now. Okay, I've got the amazing cast, some of the cast of Danny Phantom. Hi, guys.
What's up, guys?
And
Hey.
girls. Hey, girls. Hey, guys and girls. Let me just go around. I'll go around. I'll start up at my screen left up here. Start screen left. I have the beautiful Colleen O'Shaughnessy. Hello, Colleen O'Shaughnessy.
Hello.
The voice of Jazz Fenton. You have millions of fans around the world. Are you aware of that because of that character? Are you aware of that?
I get, Twitter posts and I get people sending and then I get the, you were my childhood. They absolutely love Jazz. They love Danny Phantom. There's all the hashtag bring Danny back and all that.
God, all the time. I know. I could put, I just cured cancer and people would say, great, bring Danny Phantom back.
Who cares?
I know. And below me, we're going ladies first here, and right underneath here, like the Brady Bunch, I have the extremely gorgeous and super talented Gray DeLisle Griffin. Hello, Gray DeLisle Griffin.
What's up, Butch? Hey, sounds good to be back.
I knew you when you were just Gray DeLisle. Now you have an extra name. It's amazing. But
there'll be so many more names. I meet new sexy people every day, so
I know. I used to be sexy so long ago. It was such a long time ago. Hey,
even a Hartman too. I'm gonna add Hartman on there.
I know. Yeah, right. Thank you.
I got a lot of hyphens.
Just put a Hartman on the end. That's fine. Why not? No, but I met you on Fairly Odd Parents first, and you were the voice of
Vicky the babysitter.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I was just a little twerp back then.
We got to keep doing these shows. My gosh. Great. It's so great to have you here. Last but not least, the man himself over here, and his hair is actually turning white.
Look at that.
Look at that.
He's going ghost.
He's going.
Yeah.
David Kaufman right there.
Danny-esque actually with this.
I know. David, how are you, man?
I'm good. It's so fun to see you guys.
I know. It's been a long time. And guys, I'm sorry. It's funny. People in Hollywood people in Hollywood know, but like the rest of the world is always like, bring the show back. And we would love to bring the show back. But there's a lot of other people that are kind of in charge of bringing the show back, the Nickelodeon people who pull the strings. It's got to be up to them to bring the show back. So until that time, this is what we do, is how we bring the show back. We bring each other together. And it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
So fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, calm down. It's not that fun. Relax. Way too excited. Hey, man, no, it's good to see you. Hey, we just did it. We're doing a video, and we're doing this video in advance of that. We're doing a video, Danny Phantom graduation, because all the kids out there now, because of what's going on in the world, the quarantine, they can't have their graduation ceremony.
I know.
Is that terrible?
We did a drive-by graduation party for one of my daughter's friends, and it's just, I feel so bad for them missing out on all their stuff.
Oh, I do too. In a way, though, we did a graduation here in a cul-de-sac near my house for some kids. In a way, it was a little special because the parents actually got to get up and talk about their kids, which was nice. But you can't do that like at a real graduation. There's too many. But I feel just so terrible these kids can have their graduation. So we thought we'd do at least a video because we never graduated the Danny Phantom characters from high school.
I know. Yeah. What grade were they by the end of the?
They started. I always pictured there because the theme song says Danny Phantom was 14, so they were 14, so they were like 9th grade, I would say.
Right, like freshmen. Yeah.
Right, and by the time we ended the show, because there were a couple summer vacation episodes we did in there. I would assume they were seniors. They would probably have graduated in 2007. We've done our calculations here.
Okay.
So yeah, we still can't. Yeah, if we were to do the show again, we couldn't make any iPhone jokes because the iPhones didn't come out till then. Hey, I'll talk.
Oh, sorry. Tex said, I feel so bad for the seniors. And I was like, I know they're dying in these crazy numbers. And he's like, oh no, I just meant like people who are graduating. And I was like, oh yeah, that too. That's bad.
Oh, those seniors, yeah.
All the seniors are just, yeah.
Well, I want to go around and talk to you guys because you're far more important than I am right now. I want to talk. I'm going to start with Colleen. Colleen, what have you been doing? What are you doing lately? I mean, you did Jazz Fenton. We did Danny Phantom for I think it was 4 years. So 3 or 4 years. 3 seasons, 4 years of work.
4.
3 seasons, 4 years of work.
Yeah. And
well, since then,
since then we've been doing.
You know, I've done. I mean, you know, you can look at my IMDb page. But I was Wasp on the Avengers. I got to work on a really fun show called The Life and Times of Juniper Lee. That was super fun. I played Jodie. I'm Tails on the Sonic world. I do
right
Tails
now.
on all the. Yeah, so all the games, and I got super lucky. I got to do the, and I think people have seen it by now, so no spoilers, but the end credit scene in the movie, they did the live action version of Sonic. And so I got to do Tails in the end credit scene, which was awesome. And now there's the whole, you know, is she going to get to do the second movie? And
Gray is down here going, I'm not jealous. That's fantastic. You got that part.
So happy for you. I was keep calling my agent to like, when am I going to hear back on that? But I guess they already did the movie. So
yeah. So the second movie, who knows? But you know, and I, you know, video games, and I throw a smattering of anime in there, here and there, wherever they'll have me.
What anime? What anime are you in? Because there's lots of anime people on YouTube that would love to hear.
So I play Ino and Konohamaru on Naruto. I am Chocho in the spin-off of that, the Boruto series. Chocho she's turning into one of my favorite characters. Like, I mean, I will be honest, anime it's not my favorite, but because I don't watch it, I don't kind of get it. It's different, but I get that there's huge fans for that. So, but Chocho is so much fun. She cracks me up. She's just, I don't know, she's super fun. So that, there's a new one called, the titles are getting longer and longer. It's kind of crazy. My Next Life as a Villainess, I think it's called. And I play a character named Mary.
Wow.
So.
Very cool.
You do those conventions, Colleen? You'd probably clean up at those conventions. I mean, I know we're not doing those for probably another 8 years. but you do them?
I have done some here and there. So yeah. And now there were anime conventions. Everywhere.
I miss conventions. This whole quarantine thing has stopped the convention circuit, man. I got to meet all the fans. It was such a cool thing to do. I know. Colleen, thank you. Gray, so Gray, you're on everything in the world now. I mean, but I think that was one of your first jobs. Was Fairly Odd Parents one of your first jobs you ever did?
You really were one of my. Well, I did Rugrat. I did like a couple bit parts on Rugrats, and then the next thing I got was was Fairly Odd Parents when it was just a little short on Oh Yeah Cartoons. I was 25 years old.
Oh my God.
25 when I auditioned for it. By the time we went to series, I probably was like 26 or so.
Yeah.
But 27 maybe. But yeah. So and the Nickelodeon's been very, very good to me. I played Azula on Avatar: The Last Airbender, and you know that's #1 on Netflix right now because everything old is new again. So
my son is watching that over and over. He's 19.
It's crazy. I'm getting all these new.
He loves it.
One day I just looked at my Twitter. I was like, wait, I got like 5,000 followers to get today. What happened? And then I found out that it was #1. So then I was like, oh, I'm going to catch it.
You know, Avatar is the reason they never made Danny Phantom toys. They were going to make Danny Phantom toys, and then we had all these drawings made up and these books. We were ready to go to make the toys, and then I'm like, yeah, we're going to make Avatar toys instead.
Everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked.
That's exactly right. It's the only Danny Phantom toy I have is this one right here.
I have that one too.
His little ghost tail.
I have a Danny Phantom puzzle. I found a Danny Phantom puzzle like at Target or something.
Yes.
When it first came out.
The bargain bin. It's in the bargain bin. It needs to be on the real shelf, not the bargain bin. So great.
Sorry. I'm the little pixie biker in Onward. The first big giant part I've gotten in this huge, and I'm waiting for this Pixar movie to come out, And I know this is a petty thing. Like I shouldn't even say this because like it's a terrible tragedy all over the world. But I was like, I was in this movie and now nobody's gonna see it because everybody's at home. But I think people are good. I think people.
But it was a huge hit. Wasn't Onward a huge hit online? Did it do huge on
Was it? I don't know.
I thought Onward was great. You were great.
Yeah, it was a great movie, and I loved it. Yeah, it was amazing to get that part. And anyway, but.
Oh well. Well, look, you guys you're everywhere. Colleen, you're everywhere. David is in his living room. David. David, Danny Phantom. So David, what's been going on? David, you were Danny Phantom. Do you get a lot of fan worship because of that?
Yeah. It's crazy. I'm like stunned and you go to my Instagram and like when go to photos that you're in, not necessarily photos you posted, but photos that you're in, and it's just like pages and pages and pages of Danny Phantom.
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy to me. It's just like this. It's like still so super popular, and I do have like these. Well, I don't know, 20 somethings who are like, you were my, I was no, they were probably that was probably before they were born. It was probably 30-year-olds going, you were my childhood idol. They're getting older and older. I was like, what the heck?
No,
but
it's funny. I did a video on YouTube because I do mostly YouTube stuff now. It's just a great way to stay creative and do just fun stuff. I did a Danny Phantom 10 years later video where I just drew Danny, Sam, and Tucker 10 years later, and the video got like 3 million views in like 2 weeks. It was like crazy.
Right.
It was real exciting to have the fans be able to respond like that. So there's still a lot of love out there for those characters.
Yeah, the fan art is amazing.
Cosplayers.
Fan art is great. Yeah. The cosplayers is Danny, and the last one I went to, there was a Sam. She looked amazing.
There's some, when you see these characters come to life, and what's funny is they actually cosplay as the Danny Phantom 10 years later characters now too. The drawings that I did, you guys have probably never seen them.
Oh, cool.
But they make full-on suits. So David, what have you been doing lately? I mean, you did Danny Phantom. You were Michael J. Fox on Back to the Future, the cartoon series back then.
Yeah, that was prior to Danny Phantom.
Right.
Yeah, like I mean, the stuff before that it was like Superman, Jimmy Olsen, and then but since then I was on Goldie and Bear for a few years. I played Jack.
Are there any ghosts in that show? Are there any ghosts in that show that you?
No ghosts, but I was a pig. I was Brix the pig. So right. I'm not like the man of 1,000 voices a lot. Like some you guys. My auditions. I tend to spend my auditions going, that sounds like Danny Phantom. I got to redo it. No. It still sounds like Danny Phantom. I gotta redo it. Because Danny was so much like seriously, I will talk sometimes. I'll go, you sound like Danny Phantom. I'm like, I was Danny Phantom.
Wow.
Yeah,
by the way, can I get that latte for free? Can I get that for free?
Right.
Danny Phantom, yes.
Yeah. So, no, I mean, it's more, for me, my character's always more, although I will, like, Brex the pig and things like that. If it's really different, and I can really skew it really, really different. But if it's like a normal kid kind of stuff, I really have to work kind of difficult kind of hard to get out of that.
So you've been, it's funny, I have this Danny Phantom mask I've been wearing, for the quarantine. I'm like, if I have to wear a mask, I put a Danny Phantom face on it, and I should have brought it actually, but I'll show it later. But I get, if people go, I love your show, Danny Phantom, I'm like, how did you know it was me? I have a mask on, but I have a Danny Phantom mask on. Hey man, but you do a lot of acting teaching now too, right? Am I right? You do a lot of acting?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. I work with a lot of kids. I've actually coached a lot of younger actors on like either on camera and voiceover wise too. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, as a matter of fact, a little bit of trivia. Here's some Danny Phantom trivia. Taylor Lautner, who did the voice of Youngblood,
yes,
was one of our like students. He started out with.
Really?
Like my wife and I teach classes, and when he was auditioning for, he came in the backyard and he was like, oh, so I have this audition, for this show, Danny Phantom. I was like, and he was a kid at the time. He was like,
I remember when he came in. He was like 8. Yeah, he was like 8 years old.
Yeah, and he was like, oh, so I have this audition for. So I worked with him. I coached him on his audition prep for it, and I was like, you're great, Taylor, you're great, you sound great at this. Go. And at that time, that was before everybody we were doing
all that. Yeah. So wait, so Taylor owes his fame to you, and Gray owes her fame to me. Is that how we're working? I was just kidding.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So-
I did mine on my own.
Colleen was all by herself.
Just kidding.
Hey guys,
So now, but my daughter does, and my kids do some voiceover work too as well. Your kids do some, don't they?
My son was Lincoln Loud on the Loud House.
Yes,
oh my God,
Yeah.
that's right.
He just
Tex was right.
Yeah, he did. But then one day he went to France over the summer to work on this organic farm, and he came back going, "Hey, so mom," and I was like, "Oh my
Oh, yeah,
gosh!"
no.
You
I
saw
was like-
the money just flew out the window. You're like, Mom.
I know. I
You're
was like,
like-
"Oh, nice working with you, Tex." I mean, it was like 2 weeks, and he just totally changed. So yeah.
Oh my God, for the boys, I know, right? It's
Yeah.
always like, no, don't just think young. Think
I
young.
know. He was done with it anyway. He was like, so he doesn't even, he quit acting right after that. He's like, I just want to do my art. I was kind of still doing the Loud House just because I didn't want to quit, but now that I sound different, I'm happy with my art. I don't want to do acting anymore.
You know, I that happens with a lot of kid actors. Their voices change, and then suddenly they don't sound like kids anymore. That's why I always cast girls when I had boy
Is
parts.
this-
I cast
Say, then Gray and I take over.
girls. That's what happened.
But we're the buzzards of the voiceover industry.
Exactly. So we're gonna do this Danny Phantom graduation video, which is really, really cool. And you guys have offered to lend your voices to this little narrative we put together. Thank you so much. We're not doing them right now.
Yes, and we're getting paid.
No, anyway, David, moving on to the next topic. No, but hey, I got a couple questions here though. What is some advice you guys would give? Because there's a lot of people out there watching right now that want to know how to get into voiceover. And I've talked about it a million times. How do you get into voiceover? How do you come to Hollywood and become a voiceover?
Contact Gray DeLisle, her phone number.
Right? Good.
Oh.
People are jotting this down.
People always ask if I can help them. I'm like, I audition for things every day too. I mean, I can help you get so far. Honestly, I tell people what to do all the time. Like people are like, can you meet with, I don't meet with anybody
She does
anymore.
tell
I used to
people
have
what to do.
coffee with people like, can I pick your brain over coffee? I was like, I don't even have time to have coffee with people that I know and really want to have coffee with. So I don't have time to meet with your roommate or whatever. So now I just tell the people via text, I'm like, here's what you need to do. Do this, 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 and this. If you do it, I will meet you for coffee and I will listen to your demo tape. One person out of
I know.
like 300 and I do meet them if they do all the work, but really I only have to have one coffee a year now because nobody does. I think they just want you to kind of hand them a career and go like, here you go, here's a show.
Sort of the same for me. They'll be like, hey, Butch, can I pick your brain? I've got an entire show to pitch you. Would you look at my entire show? And it'd be like, and I've done this millions of times. And you're like, and then I do the same thing. Do this, do this, do this. And then none of them ever do it. Maybe a few do, but very few do. Colleen, what would you say? What advice would you give, Colleen?
I tell people to start with acting classes. It's voice acting. It's not, I can do funny voices. It's, so I tell people to take classes, take improv classes, even commercial classes, because, right along with the animation comes commercials, which, when I first started, I, thumbed my nose at that and I was, why? Because it's easy and it's good money and you have to do it. So, I guess you don't have to, but
It's a living. You're making a living.
yeah. So I tell people acting classes, think in terms of character, not funny voices, because you have to have a well-rounded character. You have to be able to know what would that character do in any given situation, just like any acting 101 class. So I would send them to David for coaching.
And David, what advice would you give?
No, I think that's great advice. I mean, totally. I've always approached everything as an actor. I mean, because I started out as an on-camera actor. I mean, I did the bulk. I think I've probably told this before, but I totally fell into voiceover because of the Back to the Future cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was sort of a fluke that I even started doing voiceovers. But so I've always approached even any kind of episodic animation in the same way I would approach an on-camera role. I read the script and I kind of have to, I visualize the whole episode. I mean, I actually see the episode before it's ever animated. Now it's my version of it, but once I see it and I know what's going on and what the character wants and what the stakes are and how important it is or what the jokes are, what the relationship is between the characters, the voice just sort of it acts itself, I guess. This is how Brex the Pig came about. This is the Brex the Pig thinking. Right.
Also, D. Bradley Baker. What did he play on Danny Phantom? Did he ever do anything for us?
He did. I had D on everything I ever did. I think
Probably
he
a
did,
ghost, right?
did a couple
Oh,
parts.
he played like a nerdy character.
Was he Poindexter?
Poindexter.
Wait.
perfect.
I don't think he was Poindexter. I think that was someone else. The fans are going to kill me if I get that wrong. I don't know. Wasn't Poindexter, because another actor did Poindexter. But Dee's been on the show a couple times. But
Yeah, didn't he have like a boil or something? Was that
on Fairly Odd
That
Parents.
was on Fairly Odd. Anyway, well, he has a website called iwanttobeavoiceactor.com. And it's amazing. And so it has saved me a lot of like texting because I'm said, go to this website. And if you still have questions, I will answer you via text. And then if you do all these things, I will meet with you. They have to jump through a few hoops. But that website is great. It's so great that when this when this pandemic hit and we couldn't go to studios anymore, I actually went to it to see what mics to get and what to do to set up a home studio. I had the room, but I didn't have. Yeah, and I got the Scarlet Solo that he recommended. I got the mics he recommended, and yeah. So
maybe I should have had D on this call instead of you guys. I should have had.
Steve Bloom has a great thing too, Bloomvox Studios, and he actually does online coaching and stuff too.
Yeah, it's I always tell people too, it's a fun thing to get into, and it's a very small world. If you get in that world, you'll really do very, very well. And you guys have done amazing. Couple Danny Phantom.
Or create your own show. People who want to do voiceovers and aren't even very good at it, but they just really want to do it, they'll go like, I can do all the voices from South Park. I'm like, you know what? Those guys weren't voice actors. That's why those voices are kind of, everybody can do those voices because people always come up and do Cartman. And I'm like, yeah, it's a pretty easy voice to do. But you know how that got famous? That person created that show and cast themselves. So if you want to do voices like that, make a show. You can, and then nobody gets to tell you get to cast it.
That's what I did. I was like, I'll just make my own voice. I hardly ever played my characters in my show, but it was fun. Exactly. Hey, real quick, I know you guys are on a time schedule here. A couple Danny Phantom trivia questions, if you guys think you can answer them. I know it's been a while.
Okay.
And you guys, by the way, this isn't just for one of you. If one of you has the answer, just blurt it out, okay?
You need a buzzer.
Yeah.
Try and answer as your character's voice if you can. Okay? Here we go. What's the name of the ghost dimension? Okay, I'll give you the answer, but when I say, okay, Gray, answer it. Why don't you say this? Say it's called the ghost zone, but say it as Sam.
I said it. I said ghost zone.
You did? Oh, never
I
mind. Okay, Jazz. Say it as Jazz again.
Is it the ghost zone?
Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Good. Okay. Here's another one. Who is Jack Fenton's college buddy? Jack Fenton's college buddy, the arch villain of Danny Phantom.
Is it Vlad? Vlad?
You're right. No, it was Vlad Masters, also known as Vlad. There's Colleen O'Shaughnessy. Look at this.
I don't know anything.
Artist.
Did David freeze? David's frozen in there. He's frozen with
he's so upset that he didn't get the ghost zone. That
he's in perpetual shame.
David's coming back. I think he left. He's coming back.
I'm 2 for 2. I'm so proud of myself. Seriously, I have to have my kids tell me what video games I've been in because I cannot answer these questions.
That's okay.
I'm so proud of myself right now. I can't even tell you.
Okay, I'll start with Gray. See if she can answer this. Do you know what the name of Danny's teacher is? What's Danny's teacher's name? Come on, I'll give it to you, but you got to say it. Okay.
Answer, and then I'm going to act really smart.
Okay, ready? It's Mr. Lancer.
Okay.
David, we lost you. You froze.
I know. I was gone, and look at this. Now my son's name is back. And
okay, you went ghost. You went ghost, and you vanished. You're crazy. Okay, do me a favor. Say Mr. Lancer as Sam Manson.
I will.
Go ahead.
Mr. Lancer. Mr. Lancer, who could forget that? You'd have to be a complete idiot.
Exactly. Okay, one for you, David. Here you go. One last question. Which ghost is known for her music and sings the song "Remember"?
Oh, I know. That's Ember.
That's right.
Remember Ember.
Remember her name.
That's right.
And what voice actress played the character?
That was Tara.
Tara Strong.
Tara Strong, who is on Everything as Well. You guys are on the show out there.
Wait, what was the answer to Jack's college roommate?
Vlad Masters.
Vlad.
Oh, I said that before, and as I was getting it.
Oh,
No,
sure.
I did. I said
don't-
Vlad, and I was like, that's right,
By
right?
the way, your picture froze like this. You were like this. You're frozen.
Was I really? Oh God.
It's a great shot. Yeah. Well, guys, thank you for coming on. And listen, I'm looking forward to this Danny Phantom graduation video. And thank you guys so much for lending your amazing talents to it. I appreciate it. Can I have you guys say goodbye as your character? Colleen, would you say goodbye as Jazz?
Absolutely. Bye, everybody. Thanks for watching.
I get so excited. Greg, can you say goodbye as Sam Manson?
Later, guys, and happy graduation to all you 2020 graduates. You rule, guys. Don't go ghost.
Very cool. Now, David, what are you going to say as Danny Phantom?
I'm gonna say, guys, happy graduation. I wish I could be there with everybody celebrating, but what the heck, make the best of everything, and let's go ghost again.
There it is. Whoa, this is done with no rehearsal, by the way. I'm so impressed. Very impressed. Okay, guys, see you later.
Oh man, David, Gray, and Colleen, it's so great to see them again. I love those people with every fiber of my being. You know, when you work with people for so long on a TV show or any project of any kind, you become a family, and I really consider them part of my family. There's some other amazing voice actors from Danny Phantom and The Fairly Odd Parents and TUFF Puppy and Bunsen is a Beast. I'd love to get on TOONA. If you want to see me interview any of those people, let me know down in the comments. Okay, so I'm so excited for them to be part of this Danny Phantom graduation video we're doing. And you know what? In celebration of that, I'm going to draw some Danny Phantom characters. In fact, I'm going to draw their Danny Phantom characters right now. Okay, we're going to draw the characters that those voice actors actually did the voices for. So I'm going to draw Jazz Fenton, Sam Manson, and of course, Danny Phantom. I got my marker, I got my big pad of newsprint, just cheap materials. You don't need to be a millionaire to learn how to be an artist. Just remember, start on cheap stuff and move up to the more expensive stuff later on. Okay, here we go. So let's do, let's see, ladies first. We'll do Jazz Fenton first. And so we'll draw her up here, sort of in this area. I got to leave room for the other characters though, that's the thing. So we're going to be very, very careful. And I don't have any room to erase here. I'm drawing with a marker and really no pencil to guide myself. And I've drawn these characters for many, many years, so I kind of have an advantage, but they're all very simple shapes. I've only used a few lines here, as you can see. And I'll do a couple big eyes for Jazz. Have her looking down at these other characters here. What I loved about the Danny Phantom characters was their simplicity and style, but I also love the fact that the show had a real language. And I was really working on this show at the same time I was doing Fairly Odd Parents. So both shows are very similar in style. And you know, but it's like a musician, right? It's the same music, like they write their same songs. They have a similar style with each song. So that's kind of what my shows were doing. All right, so there's a little bit of Jazz. There's Jazz. I can't fit her whole body because I have two other characters to do. And then let's see, we'll do Sam Manson. She's always got that great hair. I love seeing cosplay of these characters. When people put costumes on and stuff, it is just awesome. And Sam, of course, looks a little upset. And let's see, over here we will do now the man himself, Mr. Danny Phantom. And again, it's all very simple shapes, not very many lines. These are very stylized characters. Danny could be staring angrily at her too. I don't know why. Maybe they just had a bit of an argument. Who knows? I'll sign my name here. And there we go. Very excited to talk to these old friends of mine today. It was so exciting. And again, I hope all of you get a chance to create your own show someday and just work with an amazing voice cast like I got to. The Danny Phantom voice cast was just second to none. They were amazing. I mean, the ones you saw today, David, Gray, Colleen. We had the amazing Rob Paulson on there as Jack Fenton. We had Kath Susie. She was Maddie Fenton, and just Martin Mull as Vlad Plasmius. An amazing array of actors who did a great job. So anyway, and I gotta add these little hairlines here on Sam. There we go. And Thanks to all of you for being Danny Phantom fans. I really, really appreciate it. Okay, that ends this segment of TOONA. Who else do you guys want to see me bring on to the show? You want to see some more voice actors, actual live action on-screen actors? Do you want to see like some writers, some artists? Who do you want to see? Let me know down in the comment section below. Okay, thanks so much, guys. And hey, so excited to be doing a Danny Phantom graduation video. Check that video out. Hope you like it. And don't forget, art gives you power. Use it wisely. Hey Heart fans, subscribe here to keep up with me, Danny, Timmy, Dudley, Bunsen, and the NOOG Network, my new app full of cartoons, shows, and games. Download it here. Click over here to watch my most recent video, and here to start a playlist related to this video. Whoa, check out that awesome fan art. To be featured here, use hashtag HeartFanArt and tag me. I'm on every social media platform known to man. Cartoon Butch out. Pencil drop.